Finally, the moment we get to drop the silver out, or cement it, precipitate it, whatever you want to call it. I just started like 2 minutes ago, and got a bubbler action going, an aerator, and did spill a little bit. Oh, and yeah, wow, look at the pile at the bottom going already. It's going so fast. So yeah, I got some cotton string there with 4 copper tubes filed as like a necklace kind of thing, hanging off a little flower, and the bubbles at the bottom. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. We're almost an hour in, and as you can see, it's moving along. Just to show you how quick the reaction is. As soon as it dislodges, a new film forms right away, and that dislodges over and over. Give an update, about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. So what I did was I put 4 copper tubes, these little guys. Just get them at Home Depot. They're 42 grams each. I guess the rules is 1 gram of copper cements out 3 grams of silver. So I put 4 of them in a necklace on a cotton string, and an hour and a half later, bam, all chewed up. So if you do the math, 4 times 42 it works out to, I've dropped out close to 504 grams of silver. But yeah, less because there's still some on there, but helps to give an idea. So gonna file the rest and make up a new necklace and drop it in overnight. I can't run the bubbler at night, so I'm going to just drop that in, and in the morning start stage 3. Good morning. So I left it overnight without the aerator, and it filled up just very slowly. The 4 little copper tubes or fittings, they're dissolved but uniformly. So they're like paper thin, still circular, still hanging on, not broken. So yeah, I've noticed with the aerator, it's a very fast reaction. Just eats through it versus passive, leaving it overnight, and it's like equally used up, the copper. Either way, this is finishing up in half an hour to an hour. It's moving along there. Okay, I just pulled the bubbler, letting it settle. I'm going to pour off 250 milliliters into a little 500 ml container. Fill 250 milliliters, then drop copper fitting into it and see what's going on. If it starts to drop silver, then I'll top that up and start the reaction again. If it doesn't, or it's very poor, then off to the stock pot and stage 3, filtering, cleaning. So that's my sample. It's about 50-50. I try to get as close as possible. So half the solution and half of distilled water added. About 5 minutes ago, I dropped in the little copper fitting, and I didn't see a reaction immediately like you normally would. So I waited a little bit longer. The little bit of floatiness is from the solution. I didn't let it settle long enough. So I'd say that's, the charge is gone. On to the next step. So time for another update. Boiling water, distilled water. And these are the tubes. That was a test one. And these are the ones I pulled from it. They're like paper thin. So that's okay. Not as good as I wanted. So I'm letting it settle, pouring it out. That'll be my stock pot right there. Then, so basically, gonna almost boiled water. Stir it up in there, let it settle again. Then do it once more. Then bust out the Butner funnel and beaker combo with the vacuum tube, and then do that, and then dry it, and then weigh it, and then cry. So just following up here. So that's the end result. And after the scrap that wasn't dissolved, I figure about 910, 920 sterling, and that's what I ended up with. That's a 3,000 milliliter beaker. Again, this is not dried, so until it's dried, then I can't really count my chickens. So we're back. Okay, I did about 3 rinses, and now I'm on to filtering. I cheaped out and got the smaller one. I'm regretting it. I probably should have gotten 3,000 milliliter Butner funnel and beaker. But yeah, it's just gonna have to do it in batches. When it's done, dump it in the Corning. Throw it in the oven, maybe about 150, and let it sit for 10-15 minutes, and then do the weigh up. Yeah, my workbench. Doing everything on the cheap. Trust me, this project was on the cheap, and it still costs a nice pretty penny. Okay, done. Off to the oven. I got 3 nice pucks. They should read 850 grams of hopefully 99 point whatever. Some reason I don't think that's 850 grams, but let's dry it up and weigh it. There's a lot of waste, like drop some there, the cotton string I used, the filters, but that's why the masters and the masters, right? They can minimize that waste.